Hello everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about pH and the misconception that you can change this with your diet. So I'm going to be covering a little bit of pseudoscience in this video. So this is the first time you're clicking on this, whether you're interested in the pH diet or however you're clicking on this video. Hello, my name is Ashley Stewart. I make videos about idiopathic intracranial hypertension, what it's like to live with the condition on Mondays, and on Thursdays I make science-related content. So this science-related content is actually going to be debunking some myths surrounding pH. And to do this, we have to talk a little bit about what pH is and why this isn't possible. I want to start with first getting into what pH actually is. According to chemistry, pH is determined by an equation. pH is the negative log of the hydrogen ion concentration, or you may have also seen H3O+. This is actually the hydronium ion concentration. It means the same thing. You're basically looking at the hydrogen ion concentration in solution. So you're measuring basically protons in solution. So pH is a logarithmic scale. So this means that when you go up on the scale or go down, it's actually more than what you think it is. It takes a lot more than what you expect to change the pH of something. And you'll get to do this in a chemistry class if you ever take it in university. You may even get to do this in a high school chemistry class. And they'll get you to do something called a titration. When you titrate something, you're actually going to be dropping a base down. So this is something that has a pH that's really, really high. So pH is a little bit inverted. So if something has a lower pH, it is very acidic. And if something has a higher pH, it is very basic or very alkaline is the term that chemists like to use, is something that you'll have to calculate in a chemistry class, and it won't be as easy as just using the pH equation. They'll often make you do a few different equations with it. They may even ask like the pOH, which is a little bit different than pH. You'll be talking about pKa. I'm not going to get into pKa on this video because I just want to focus on pH. The neutral pH is 7. The average body has in the blood, the average pH is about 7.36-ish or so. It's around 7.4. There's a little bit of a what they call a buffer. So this means that it can go up a little bit and down a little bit, but your body keeps it in a very narrow range in your blood. Well, actually really anywhere, but it keeps it in a very narrow range in the blood. If you have too high of a pH, meaning your pH goes above a certain point, it's metabolic alkalosis. And if your body goes below a certain pH, you're going to have heard this before. It's going to be called metabolic acidosis. The most common form of acidosis that you often hear about in medicine is called diabetic ketoacidosis. That's where I'm going to leave the metabolic acidosis. That should be all the basics. Basics. Now you should get those chemistry jokes. So that should be it for the basics around pH. Now I want to get into a little bit of why people think they can change their diet with pH. So you may have seen this in both Alkaline Water and also with the eating healthy for an alkaline diet kind of pseudoscience alt med thing. I haven't seen this circulating in a very long time, so maybe it's finally died out. People will give you a chart with a bunch of fruits and vegetables, and they'll say you want to eat more alkaline based foods compared to acidic food. What they fail to understand is that you cannot change the pH of your blood based upon what you take in your diet. The biggest reason for this is your pH in your stomach is extremely low. I think the pH in the stomach is around 2. The lungs and the kidneys actually help maintain the pH in the blood. Often, like these mineralized waters will have a higher pH because they'll be loaded with minerals. So the minerals will make the pH go up, because remember, it's acidic going down and basic going up. So that's just important to remember, that you don't waste your money on these bad products, I guess. Don't fall for it. It's not doing anything for you except for you're spending your money on it when you don't have to be. If your body wasn't to have this extremely strict buffering, that you get really, really sick when your pH is really low, and you get very, very sick when your pH is very high in your blood. So, and this is because actually enzymes, not only do they require the perfect temperature, but pH to enzymes is extremely important because of what is called protonation. So amino acids in the body will be protonated at below a certain pH as compared to a higher pH. So I'm not going to get into that here because that requires a little bit of advanced biochemistry that my channel isn't aimed for. I'm aimed for intro. So that's a little bit too far above where I want to be right at this point in time, because I don't have enough basic information on my channel yet to be going into any more detail than that. As for now, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. You can do so in multiple ways. Don't forget to comment if you want to leave me a comment. You don't have to do that on YouTube. You can do that on my social media as well. Feel free to send me messages if you don't like to leave public comments. As for now, I hope everybody has a good day. Bye, everyone!